The film opens in 1991 at a Hydra base, where we witness Bucky Barnes undergoing a mind-altering procedure. Known as the Winter Soldier, Bucky has been conditioned to follow Hydra's commands. After his brainwashing, he's assigned to a mission where he's seen tailing a car. He intercepts it, retrieves his serum, and escapes. This car, it turns out, belonged to Tony Stark's parents, whose deaths are part of Bucky's mission. Fast forward to the present, where Captain America and his team are on a mission at a lab in Nigeria. They're trying to prevent a theft involving a biological weapon, where a brainwashing technique similar to what Bucky underwent is being used on someone else. Captain America's team falls one by one until only he and a super soldier remain. During their fight, the super soldier triggers an explosive device within himself. Wanda intervenes, using her powers to hurl him into a building, but the blast inadvertently causes casualties among bystanders. Wanda, though she acted to protect, feels guilt and sorrow over the loss of innocent lives. Captain America attempts to console her, pointing out that risks and difficult choices come with their work. Later, the Avengers gather for a meeting, where a leader addresses the team's record. While they've achieved victories, they've also left behind a tragic trail of innocent deaths. Concerned by their unsanctioned activities across borders, he introduces the Sokovia Accords. Under this new agreement, the Avengers would only act under the supervision of the United Nations, effectively losing their autonomy. Tony Stark, troubled by the unintended consequences of their battles, supports the Accords, feeling accountable for past damage. In contrast, Captain America refuses to sign, mistrusting government oversight and preferring to operate on his own terms. This disagreement divides the Avengers into two factions. Stark's group is willing to cooperate with the UN, while Captain America's team values independence and wishes to retain control of their actions. Amid this, we meet Zemo, a former Sokovian criminal seeking revenge for the havoc caused by the Avengers' battle with Ultron. His path of vengeance leads him to Hydra's secret archives, where he finds a book containing codes that can command Hydra's super soldiers. Meanwhile, in Wakanda, celebrations are cut short by tragedy when a bomb kills the Wakandan king. Surveillance footage reveals a man resembling Bucky Barnes as the suspected bomber, pushing the king's son, T'Challa, the Black Panther, to seek justice. As Black Panther and the military close in on Bucky, Captain America realizes the urgency of protecting his friend from both legal forces and Black Panther's relentless pursuit for retribution. Captain America receives word that Bucky Barnes, his longtime friend, has been fully transformed by Hydra's influence. During a previous mission, Bucky had even saved Captain America from drowning, strengthening their bond. Despite this, Captain America confronts Bucky to understand his motivations. But just then, they're ambushed by the military and Black Panther, still hunting Bucky, arrives as well. Captain America and his allies step in to protect Bucky, but Black Panther captures him. Just as Black Panther is about to deliver a decisive blow, a soldier in the War Machine suit, a friend of Iron Man, arrives with a team to take everyone into custody. The captured Avengers are taken to a high-security facility, while Bucky is isolated. He's visited by a supposed psychiatrist, who is actually Zemo in disguise. Zemo uses Hydra's secret code words, sending Bucky back into his Winter Soldier mindset. Bucky becomes confused, unsure of his actions, but still under Zemo's control. Captain America and his allies, without their weapons, try to intervene, but Iron Man, also present and without his suit due to UN restrictions, is unable to overpower Bucky, even using his own Iron Man gauntlet. In an attempt to escape, Bucky reaches a terrace, hoping to flee by helicopter, but Captain America intercepts him, grabbing hold of the aircraft. They struggle, eventually plummeting into the water below. Captain America pulls Bucky to safety, and once conscious, Bucky shares that Hydra's influence lingers in his mind. Certain words, he says, can still activate his Winter Soldier persona, sparking an unsettling curiosity about Siberia, where Hydra hid a secret base. The story shifts back to 1991, where we witness a flashback of Bucky, fully under Hydra's control, attacking the car of Tony Stark's parents, resulting in their deaths. In that same attack, he retrieves his serum, later used by Hydra to create more super soldiers, stronger than Bucky himself. These soldiers, also brainwashed, remain hidden in an underground Siberian camp. Zemo, now heading there, plans to exploit them for his schemes. Captain America, realizing Zemo's intentions, assembles a team to stop him. Meanwhile, Avengers leadership discusses the situation, noting Bucky's involvement in multiple casualties. Iron Man, determined to end this conflict, visits Spider-Man and invites him to join his team. With Spider-Man, Black Panther, and others joining Tony Stark, the Avengers split further. When the two factions clash, a fierce battle erupts. Amid the chaos, Captain America seizes the moment, boards a helicopter with Bucky, and heads toward the Hydra base to put an end to Zemo's plans once and for all. Iron Man and War Machine, piloted by James Rhodes, fly towards the helicopter carrying Captain America and Bucky Barnes, determined to stop them. Rhodes instructs Falcon to move aside so he can bring down the helicopter. However, in the attempt, Rhodes is struck by a powerful blast, causing him to fall from the sky and suffer serious injuries, leaving him critically hurt on the ground. Iron Man urgently informs Black Widow about Rhodes' condition, especially the severe damage to his spine. As the team investigates, Iron Man discovers the disturbing truth. The psychiatrist who had questioned Bucky was actually Zemo in disguise. Zemo had killed the real doctor and used his identity to manipulate Bucky and frame him. When Iron Man finds Bucky's mask near the victim, he realizes that Bucky was an unwitting pawn in Zemo's plot. This revelation further shocks Iron Man, who learns that Zemo, not Bucky, was behind the death of Wakanda's king, Black Panther's father. Struck by guilt over his previous misjudgments, Tony resolves to make things right. Determined to expose Zemo and rally support, Iron Man heads to the Avengers holding facility. He finds Falcon and requests information on Captain America's whereabouts, pledging to handle the mission alone without involving the military. Falcon agrees and directs him to the secret Siberian base. Iron Man dons his suit and departs. Meanwhile, Zemo has reached the hidden camp in Siberia, where 5 other super soldiers lie dormant in stasis chambers. When Iron Man arrives, he reunites with Captain America and Bucky, expressing his desire to join their mission. As they explore, they come upon the shocking sight of the 5 super soldiers murdered in their chambers before they could be awakened. Suddenly, they hear Zemo's voice taunting them from behind a locked door, revealing he orchestrated this deadly plot to bring the Avengers together and expose their vulnerabilities. Captain America accuses Zemo of killing the Wakandan king, a revelation that Black Panther overhears, realizing the truth about his father's death. Zemo, however, has one last move. He plays a recording from 1991 showing Bucky assassinating Tony Stark's parents under Hydra's control. Overwhelmed with anger and grief, Iron Man confronts Captain America, asking if he knew the truth. Captain America reluctantly admits he did. Furious and heartbroken, Iron Man attacks, his wrath directed at Bucky, intent on avenging his parents. A brutal battle erupts, fueled by rage, betrayal, and divided loyalties. Iron Man is determined to make Bucky pay, but Captain America, believing Bucky to be another victim of Hydra, fights to protect him. The intense struggle tests each of their beliefs, pushing their friendships and alliances to the breaking point. The intense battle between Captain America, Iron Man, and Bucky Barnes reaches its peak. Bucky grabs Iron Man's arm reactor, triggering a powerful blast that severs his own arm, weakening him. In a critical moment, Bucky tries to land a fatal blow on Captain America, but Captain America seizes the chance, knocking Bucky to the ground. He then uses his shield to strike Iron Man's suit, focusing on the reactor within Iron Man's chest, not aiming to harm him directly. The targeted blows disable Iron Man's suit, leaving him vulnerable. At this moment, Captain America prepares to leave. Tony Stark, however, expresses his disappointment, accusing him of being unworthy of the shield that Tony's father had given him. In response, Captain America drops the shield, choosing to walk away from the fractured alliances within the Avengers. Meanwhile, Black Panther confronts Zemo, who reveals his motives. He blames the Avengers for the death of his family during the Sokovia incident and sought revenge by turning them against each other. Just as Zemo attempts to end his life, Black Panther stops him, handing him over to authorities to face justice while acknowledging the grief they both carry. In a final scene, Tony Stark's friend, Rhodey, is shown using specially designed prosthetics that allow him to walk again, offering hope in his journey of recovery. The film shifts to Wakanda, a vibrant, technologically advanced nation where Bucky has finally regained control over his mind and is free from Hydra's influence, symbolizing his redemption.